everybody, this is Arthur with Aday and Telos. And it's a fantastic, sunny, hot day outside with a little bit of a breeze. Yes, summer has finally been brought to us. It's exciting. Hey, we just did a tour to the back door of Telos. Wow, it was so inspiring to be there amongst the water and the trees and the grasses and the back doors. We had a little ceremony, ascension ceremony, for those who are raising their vibration to be ascended here in the future. It was really exceptional. Had a little picnic, and well, that just kind of set the theme for today. You know, a lot is not quite understood about Telos yet. And I have a lot more in store for you. Yeah, I got a rabbit under this, and a rabbit under this one, and they're going to be popping out here pretty soon. You know, have you ever thought about the ancient Lemurians and ancient people that were here in the world? How many thousands of years ago? I don't really think that scientists have got it all down, and they don't quite have all the information they need. There's still some secrets hidden underground, but we know where that's at, and it's here in Mount Shasta. And you know, once they come to those two caves and they see the king and queen encased in gold and the 13 skeletons encased in the wall from 6 feet to 10 feet, and they look at the gold plates and the copper plates, I think they'll have a different point of view on what's happening in the world, or what did happen in the world. Because there is an underground, and there is a hollow earth. And as I said last week, that all the other planets have nothing outside except for Earth, because it just happens to be where the sun and everything is just perfect. And I'm pretty sure, from the research that I've done, that like Mars, there's an underground city. I'm pretty sure. I could bet on it, probably, and someday in the future we'll really know. It's just amazing, isn't it? How much we don't know, how small each of us really are, like grains of sand in the ocean. Gives you a lot to think about. I know we've been doing a special with Annette with the City of Light. And today she's going to be here. Well, I think she just left. But she's here to do a channel for Adama. And are we here?
Welcome, beloveds. Welcome, everybody. This is Annette still. She's still a little bit here. I would like to open and to create sacred space now in this beautiful studio audience. We now want to take a deep breath. And I thank all these wonderful beings that are here right now, in physical body and in their light bodies. There is so much love here in this room right now. We are most grateful. And we now invite the presence of our beloved Adama, of beloved Saint Germain, beloved Serapis Bey, all the wonderful angels that are with us, that walk with us and that watch over us. We invite the highest light, the highest vibrational frequencies here to enter this room. And may this visit with Adama for the highest good and benefit of all that is. So it might take a couple minutes for Adama to fully integrate here in my body. And in that time, I invite you to open your hearts for the beautiful energies of Telos and of Adama. And then we will have a little bit of an intro with Adama, and then he will be opening the floor to wonderful questions of the audience. Let's begin.
While she's doing that, I'd like to say a few things. How is it that people can do a channel, and how is it that we can do the speaking through it? Well, we're going to have Adama here briefly, and there's a picture of him. Isn't he a handsome lad there? I understand that he is, I don't know, a couple thousand years old, I believe, because he's on the fifth dimension. Now, all this information is coming from the fifth dimension. And as we open ourselves up to the fact that we can channel and the voices that we hear come through us. You know, there's a few people who can hear songs and music and then write them down. I think Mozart was one of them, or Beethoven. And look how popular that was and how accurate all his music was. Well, today is that day that we're going to go into and ask Adama the specific questions. I believe he's just about here. Let's give it a couple more seconds. Welcome.
Greetings, beloveds. We are most joyous here today to visit with all of you here today. We most acknowledge your most precious visit that you had taken today to our portal.
Ah, thank you.
One of the many portals that we are going to open up very soon, dear ones.
Okay.
This is not the only portal available. As humanity is now raising more and more their vibrational frequencies, you see, humanity is doing an outstanding job right now at this time, dear ones. We wish to acknowledge this. We are most joyous about this because it will prepare humanity to visit with us very soon, dear ones. We already have visited in person with a selected few in the past, and this number will increase very soon, dear ones. We are most looking forward to this event because what does this do, dear ones? It brings you closer to your new earth, to your new ascension realm and reality, dear ones. You are creating this new earth, dear ones. You are creating your ascension because it is not a one-day event, dear ones. Already it has begun, dear ones. It has begun. Every day you are coming closer and closer to this reality, dear ones. As your reality shifts and you are taking steps every day where you are able to step one step into the ascension and one step back into the current reality, where you get more of a feel and you realize and recognize more clearly which direction will lead you into your new reality, into your new earth, into your new ascension realm, dear ones, you see. You might notice nothing right now, but those that would stand on the outside already recognize your light bodies being integrated into your physical bodies, dear ones. This is a most joyous event for us to behold, dear ones, and we are sending you so much love and so much appreciation, and we are cheering you on, dear ones, as we are so happy about how humanity is desiring their ascension. The mass consciousness has reached critical mass, dear ones. The light is increasing tremendously, and it is most joyous to behold, dear ones. As many earth changes are taking place right now, dear ones, we wish to acknowledge also that the earth is preparing for this shift, dear ones. Now, we also wish to acknowledge the fact that each single individual is creating their own new earth, dear ones. You see. And then there are those that are in the mass consciousness creating together a new earth that looks quite similar, you see. Nevertheless, it does not matter if it is created in a mass consciousness or if it is created individually. Your new earth might look different from another new earth, yes? You see. This is the beautiful aspect of creation, as you are creators, dear ones. You are creators, and the more you are able to enjoy the creation process, dear ones, the more joyful it gets, the more easier it gets, the more precious, the more beautiful, the more sparkling it gets, dear ones. It is much fun. Yes, we understand in these times, of course, much of the dross accumulated is coming up right now at these times. Yes, we do acknowledge this, and you are doing splendidly. You are coping so well with it because this is the lifetime where you have agreed upon to bring up everything necessary to be released and healed, brought up and out, dear ones. Allow this to happen, but always keep your eye on your new earth. Keep your focus on your new reality, dear ones. This is most important, as you are guiding all the creative energy into what you wish to happen, dear ones, you see. You can choose every day as you choose your clothes. Where do you guide your energies to? You see, you always have all these plentiful choices. It is like a buffet. And so you are able to pick and choose every day, every moment of your life, your reality, dear ones. And this is very powerful. So use it well, dear ones, and be in joy, because much more of the wonderful experiences are awaiting you, dear ones. You are in a most magical place here. You are truly at the epicenter of the ascension. And you have chosen this place long time before you even were aware of this place, dear ones, as this is the great catalyst for the ascension. We wish also to expand our invitation to consider even to ascend to Telos, dear ones. It is one of many places that humanity can choose to ascend to, dear ones. It can create its own worlds, or it can already ascend to an existing world, you see. You have this choice now, dear ones. Every day you can choose new. Where would you like to guide the energy to? Your creative energy, your creative God spark. Where would you like to travel to? You see, this is a very precious time in this cycle, into the grand cycle of the universe, dear ones. And we are most pleased to be able to behold this wonderful process of each of these gods that are sitting here in the audience and that are watching this show today, dear ones. You are little gods, you see. You can create anything you wish. And you will recognize every day even more how easy it becomes as you release more and more of the weight that you have accumulated, the emotional weight, the energetic weight, you see. It all is falling off now. This is the time. This is the time, dear ones, that you really wish to use. Indeed. And so, we wish to open now for you, for your questions.
Oh, thank you. I have a question. You say that there's other doors. Is it possible for us to enter into them yet? Or do we have to still wait?
We wish for you, each individually, to follow your guidance. We are unable to broadcast those portals publicly yet, you see. But individually, you will be guided. And you can only be guided when you are stepping outside of your houses and when you are going into nature. Yes?
Yes.
That is the only way. So make yourselves more available right now, which is the platform where we can take you by your hand and lead you directly there, dear ones.
Ah, that's
Indeed.
very good, very good. Thank you, yes. So we have a first guest. Come sit.
Welcome, dear one.
Thank you very much for welcoming us today again, Adama. And I have two questions. The first one concerns these stones here that I'm holding, which is getting hotter and hotter in your presence. And that manifested itself maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, something like that. Would it be possible that you could say something about it?
We wish for you to use these stones as healing stones, dear one. They have most intense healing qualities. And they will, every time they will be needed, become hotter and warmer, dear one. And they will guide you where to place them as well, dear one, as you are indeed a great healer.
So as thank you. Does it stone come from someone in Telos in particular I'm working with at the moment, who is assisting me in my ascension process?
We have pushed this stone out of the mountain exactly for you, dear one. It was necessary to give you something tangible to hold on to, you see. You could heal everybody just by being you, dear one. But we understand that humanity still needs tools to focus their attention to what they're intending to, yes?
Yes.
Indeed. And so these stones have been pushed out by our beloved Annette. And we wish for him, of course, to send the energies to you and to work through you, dear ones. And your channeling will become very clear very soon. And he has agreed with you to come through you, dear one, as we understand that your desire and your heart's call is love, dear one, and partnership. And Annette is the perfect guide for these matters of the heart, dear one.
Thank you so much for confirming that it came through Annette. It's what I felt as well. So I thank you, I thank Annette.
Indeed.
And may I be really in service of Telos. And
you already are, dear one.
Thank you.
Indeed.
And it's getting really hot here with this stone. I have another question that people keep on asking me, and it's about the ascension process. A lot of people are getting injured at the moment, and they would like to know what it is about, these injuries that they never had before, and as well in the middle of chaos, how to remain centered. If you have a tool that whenever they feel coming back to old patterns like anger, sadness, jealousy, envy, and they are aware it is time to let go of, would you have a tool other than your golden flame, another tool which they can use straight away like that? Indeed,
we do.
Thank you.
We wish first to address the question of the injuries that are occurring lately for many, yes?
Yes.
Indeed, we wish for you to understand that many lifetimes have accumulated And this is, hopefully, for many, the last lifetime in this physical body, in this third dimension, yes?
Yes.
And so these injuries are injuries that have been experienced in one of the past lives, and they are coming up exactly at the same age that it has occurred in the past life, yes?
Yes.
And it is easy, once this is acknowledged, dear one, it is so easy to release that pattern, and the healing can begin that way, dear one. We wish for you also to acknowledge when you are doing some healing work to take this in consideration. This is one of the factors that is causing many of the physical ailments at this time, because everything wants to come out now, you see, dear one. This is the time, this is the opportunity that is being taken advantage of by your physical body, by your emotional body, by your spiritual body, and by your light body, yes?
Yes.
Indeed. And so we are encouraging the humanity, when you do experience those, just to look at them and say, oh, thank you. It's time to go now. Please leave. And with this decision, with this choice, you are breaking the pattern. And we also invite the emerald green golden flame to be directed to the injury, to assist you. And our beloved Master Hilarion is available all the time to assist you, or our beloved Archangel Saint Raphael to assist you with the healing of all these old scars, you see. This is what it is, really. Now, your second question about how to stay centered when people feel overwhelmed from all these things coming together at the same time, yes?
Yes.
Indeed. And we wish for, as a practical advice, to accumulate a set of things or thoughts or images or items that each individual can collect that makes them really happy. You see, when you experience a series of unpleasant events, you tend to just focus on this. And when the focus goes on just this, what happens with the events? They intensify, because all energy, all creative energy is lent to those circumstances, and it's being fueled even more. And it will become even more and more and more and more intense, you see. And at the same time, it is important then to distract yourself, even if it is for a few seconds. All it takes is 1 minute. 1 minute to hold a pleasant image, or to hold a pleasant memory that will allow for the energies to shift, because this opens the door then for more positive energies to enter this being. And then it allows then for the other situations and circumstances to slowly drift away and to leave the awareness, because it is always where you wish to place the attention to.
And so all these people who feel depressed at the moment, I know so many people, is it because they are not in touch with their soul and divine essence, and thus they need to reconnect, or what is it?
We wish for you to understand one of the principles of your wonderful beingness. You are comprised of 12 aspects, you see. One aspect right now is sitting right here, yes?
Yes.
All the other 11 aspects are in all different worlds, different realities, yes? And they are all doing their different work, and they have their different experiences. And perhaps one of the aspects is experiencing severe sadness or something very traumatic.
Yes.
And it is trickling through into your awareness, and you might not even know why you are sad right now. You see, this is one of the reasons why lately now the humanity is getting more sad for no reason. This is one of the reasons. The other reason is that also old sadness, old emotional baggage is coming up, you see. And that wants to be released. And it is not important to actually now analyze exactly why are we so sad. No. Just allow it to flow out. If you need to cry it out and let it flow out. Don't question it, just let it leave you. It is not serving you any longer, but it had to be released because you are going up. You are going up. You are going up higher and higher. And now all the bags of sand are being let go as you are going up higher and higher. And with the 11 aspects we wish to add to it, the reason why it becomes more intense now is because you are now integrating all the aspects into your being. You see, all 12 aspects now will be united, and so they are coming closer. You see, the veil is thinning, and so you are experiencing those different experiences more and more. You see, and it is wonderful though, because the other 11 aspects are all doing their wonderful work as well, and they are also raising their vibrational frequencies to make your ascension easier. So your unification of all your aspects is part of your ascension, and it is most joyous, dear ones. The most important thing right now, no matter what you experience, is to stay in joy. This is the frequency that carries you to love, and the love carries you to your heart, which is the essential journey of your ascension.
That was good. Any more questions?
Yes, I have actually, if I have time.
Yeah, go
Yes,
ahead.
it's about, I guess Adama could answer this one as well, but you as well, Adama. It's about the divine sexual essence. If you have anything to say to anybody who is going to listen to this show about how to reclaim and to be really in touch with our divine sexual essence.
To make this answer really simple, you can exhale now, dear ones. No need to hold your breath about this question. We wish to address one simple thing that everybody can do when in a relationship with each other and you are experiencing your sexual experiences. Just allow all your chakras to connect. You see, humanity so far has only connected the lower chakras when uniting sexually. Now it is time to connect all chakras. And that, dear one, is already the ascended way. And it will raise your vibrational frequencies as long as it is always held in respect and love.
Like it is practiced in Tantra. Is that what you are, the ancient Tantra?
This is one of the ways you can explore whatever is helping you to connect your entire being with the other person and have the intent truly to raise your vibrational frequencies. This is a most joyous event, and perhaps you might be able to see the angels actually laughing and enjoy in seeing the energies raising, you see.
I thank you very much, Adama,
Indeed.
and all the television people, and especially Adama. Thank you, and Arthur as well.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Our next. Wow, Adama, you are very animated today and very excited to be here. Yes.
We are most joyous to meet with all these wonderful people here today. Every time we have a chance for Telos to visit with humanity on the surface, it is our most honor, and we are most happy to visit with you, dear ones.
Well, this will be a worldwide event when it's on our server.
Indeed. And we also acknowledge the fact that you make yourself available for this wonderful service, dear one.
Yes, for you.
Indeed.
Our next question.
Oh, I can't tell you how wonderful it is to be here and in your presence, Adama. I felt your presence a year ago for the first time in reading the first Telos book. And my partner and I have been steeping ourselves in your information and the Seven Flames meditations, and we have moved to Mount Shasta, and we wish to make ourselves available in whatever way that we can to be of service here. And I would really appreciate some guidance and perhaps some information as to where it is we're supposed to key in.
Dear one, we first of all wish to acknowledge the fact that one of your aspects is that of an earth angel, dear one.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite...
You are indeed an earth angel.
Oh.
And with this, dear one, we wish for you also to connect to your angelic brothers and sisters, dear one. This is one of your first openers of your creative ways, you see. And also we wish for you to receive our warmest welcome here in your home, as it is your home here, dear one.
Yes.
Indeed.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we wish for you every day to get up in the morning and to ask, what do you wish me to do today, you see? Because we wish for you to know that there is a tremendous service that is available for you to render. And if we now would give you the entire picture, you perhaps might not even start it, because it is truly magnificent what you will create, dear one. You in particular, because you have the purity of your heart, which is the basis, and the love that you have for your home here, dear ones. And we wish for you to tap more into your creative ways. And you too will be able to hold beautiful ascension flame ceremonies.
Thank you, because that is one of my desires.
Indeed, dear ones.
Yes.
And you will have wonderful groups available, and they are waiting for you, dear one, to get started.
Thank you. Thank you
have any
very
other questions?
much. Concerning my children, I so desire to help them and to lead them into, some of this information, but it's very difficult. I don't want to tread upon whatever it is that they need to do and learn, but have you some advice?
Indeed we do, dear one. And this is a very good question that might concern many parents, you
Yes.
see. We wish for you to open your heart to the possibility to, just by picturing your children at peace and content and connected with this precious energy and with this precious information. This is the most powerful key, you see.
Yes.
It is your creation. And there is no word necessary to be spoken to your children. There is no action to be taken unless they eventually will come to you, dear one.
Yes.
And this is the most powerful act of love that a parent can render to their children, to see them whole, at peace, successful, loved, healthy, happy, joyous. This is the power of parental love, dear one.
Yes.
And this is where it all begins and where it also ends, because you will be surprised about the wonderful events that are awaiting you with your children, dear one.
Oh, thank you.
Indeed, beloved.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Indeed.
Thank
Very
you.
good. Thank you. Wow, the audience have a lot of questions for you today.
It is our utmost joy and pleasure to connect. We love questions.
Next, come on a little bit closer. There you go. You have a question. Or you have questions.
Yes.
Oh, good, good.
Welcome, dear one.
Beloved Adama, thank you for coming and sharing with us. I feel such a heartfelt tears of joy for the love that I hear that the Lemurians feel for all of us.
Indeed. It is going beyond this earth. It goes beyond this universe, dear one. It comes from the depths of our hearts for you, for each individual, as we walk beside you all the time. And we are waiting for your asking of assistance. We are standing right here next to you, at your beck and call at all times, with all our love. Indeed.
Yes. And that feels like it's calling me home. I really wish for unity and reunion, and I'm anxious for that joyous moment.
You are already there, dear one.
Mm-hmm.
What is sitting here is just the remains of your being, you see. You're in the last stretch, dear one, as it is being pulled towards this new reality.
Yes.
All you need to do, dear ones, is to let go. of holding on to this old reality, dear one. Just let go. All your other aspects already have ascended, dear ones. And it is easy to just let go. Just allow yourself to let go and to flow in this beautiful energy of love.
Yes.
The more you appreciate everything around you, this is the doorway to your ascension, dear one. The appreciation of every little thing you can see and notice. Everything else is holding you back. Everything else. Every other thought that is less of love and appreciation is holding you back. And so we invite you to at all times looking for these things you can love and that you can appreciate. Even if it is a beautiful image, even if it is a wonderful dog or a cat, or a tree, or a butterfly, or the sunshine, or this beautiful mountain. You are in this precious, precious, precious location here.
Right.
That, my dear ones, is your highway to your ascension, dear ones. Indeed.
Yes.
Do you have any other questions?
Is it possible that the energy will be increasing after October 28th of this year?
Absolutely, dear ones. We wish to mark this day, of course, as it will be a tremendous shift. Each individual will experience this indeed differently. However, we wish to invite you, if you can, to truly become really still on that day. There might be many gatherings. You might feel compelled to attend them, but if you are called to retrieve, take advantage of this fact, because that allows for these energies to truly be integrated into your being, into all dimensions around your being, you see. You have many different bodies around you, many different energetic bodies, and it is imperative that you are resting and that you allow for these energies to work for you, dear ones. Don't try to fight it by being very busy or by working very hard. If you can, acknowledge these energies. And not only on this day, dear ones, it will be very intense, all the way leading up to it already, dear ones. And if you look back, you will understand that there were times where you felt tremendously tired. Or very unstable, unbalanced. And these are the times where we are calling you, dear ones, to rest and to become still and to allow for these energies to be integrated into your bodies, as these are the vehicles to bring you to your new reality, to your fifth dimension, to your place of heaven on earth, dear ones. Indeed.
Okay.
Got another one? You're home, brother.
Thank you, dear
This is
one.
home.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes. Thank you.
This is home. Thank you. And Adama, I have a question here. Certain times of the month, I hear the heavenly choir. Why is it only certain times? Why isn't it all the time, or how is that?
Would you rephrase your question, dear one?
I hear the heavenly choir singing to me,
Indeed.
or with me, or I can sing with them.
It is
what's going
depending
on?
on the moon phases, dear one.
Yes, it is. I've
Indeed.
noticed from new moon to full, and sometimes from full to new moon. But,
Indeed, we wish for you, especially in the new moon, to become really still.
okay.
Because no action should be taken in this new moon phase for you, dear one. And so the choir is asking you, please rest, dear one.
And I do.
Don't do anything. And we wish for you to listen carefully, as there are more and more messages for you in between the songs, in between the notes.
Oh.
It is transferred to you on different levels, you see. Sometimes you might hear, sometimes you might just feel, you see, in your energy field. They are transferred to you on a holographic level, dear one.
Oh, that's how it's done.
Indeed.
I've been wondering how to work with this, and I have decided that when I can hear the choir singing, the angels singing, that's time for relax, meditation, and writing a lot of the words that I can remember.
Indeed. And if you can hum the melodies, try to record them.
Ah, yes.
Indeed.
Yes. Thank you, Adama.
We
Our
thank
next
you.
question.
Greetings, Adama.
Greetings, beloved.
It is my understanding, according to Sananda, who is also known as Jesus and also known as Yeshua ben Joseph, that as we approach what Sananda calls the gateway of 2012, being the winter solstice of 2012, that we will at that time, or perhaps a little earlier or a little bit later, experience a new star, a new sun, which is, according to him, a blue sun, which will be in conjunction with our present sun. Do you have any information or confirmation about this?
Indeed. First of all, we wish to confirm the second sun. Now, it is perhaps not really be taken literally, you see, as humanity at times is needing a metaphor, you see. The sun is something that is compared with the ultimate life force. The central sun is also existing, you see, but it is not a real ball of light, you see. It is an energy form of light, you see. It is not a physical planet. The central sun is something that is coming closer as well, you see. And it is more a metaphor to understand now the support. You see how the sun is making the plants grow and makes everything alive, yes? Mm-hmm. Indeed. And so does this second sun now. It will not burn you. It will only boost your ascension.
Yes.
And those now, you see, it is a question of reality. As for those that are already in that reality of being able to see everything, everybody, they also are able to see that second sun, you see. There might be those that are not there yet, you see.
Yes.
That are still stuck in the lower vibrations. They might not see that second sun. But those that have already raised their vibrational frequencies, they are able to see that, you see. It is the same way how we Telosians are choosing only to come out to those that have accomplished a certain vibrational frequency, yes?
Yes.
Because they are capable of seeing us. It is a meeting of realities. It is what it is, you see. It is the meeting of a reality. And you, indeed, if you continue to focus on the raising of your vibrational frequencies, you will be able to see that second sun, you see.
I look forward to that.
Indeed. So do we, dear one, as you are on your best way on this journey, you see. You are already on your best way of raising your vibrational frequencies as you continue to connect to your heart, dear one, and to the love, and first and foremost, the love for yourself. The love of self, dear one. This is the greatest question and challenge for most of you, dear ones. It is so easy for many of you to love everybody else so much, which is wonderful. But the last thing we ask from you on your ascension is to love yourself. Absolutely. With no question, unconditionally. Everything about you. Because you are creating. You are constantly creating. And that you can truly love, as you are magnificent creators, dear ones. Love everything, everything. If you would walk through that door now and you would see yourself, would you love yourself? Yes. Our wonderful friend Kita has mentioned this one time, and it is true. Can you really love yourself if you would walk through that door now?
Yes.
With everything, and that is the right direction you're going to, dear one. We are most joyous for you, and we are championing your victory. Indeed.
You have any other questions?
There is so much anticipation of what is going to be transpiring within the next 17 months by me and many other people that I know. Some information maybe is not permitted to be expressed at this time because life is a complete surprise to everyone on all levels at all times. But perhaps there are a few things that you can enlighten us on at this present time.
Are you asking about upcoming events?
Yes.
Right now. And so we wish for you to acknowledge one thing. The more you stay in this now moment, the more joyous your journey will be. You see.
Yes.
Stay in this now moment, because now you already have ascended, dear one. You do. And so we wish for you to focus on many, many pleasant events. So now we have established that you are staying in this now moment, yes?
Yes.
Indeed. And as you stay in this now moment, we will now wish for you to begin molding your new earth. That is the creating factor. There are outside influences from the universe, from the earth, as the universe is going through its ascension, as the earth is going through its ascension, and as you are going through your ascension. And so you are the creator, yes?
Yes.
And so we wish for you now to go ahead and to create your new earth. This is the only thing you actually can be expecting, and expect the best, expect the good things, because this is what you create now. You can, of course, choose now. If I would tell you in 3 months from now a great disaster will happen, then you would do what? You would feel all your co-creative energy to that disaster, yes?
Right.
And you would intensify this disaster. Would that be helpful?
No, it would not.
No, it would not. And so we wish to encourage you and invite you even more so to create your own new earth and your own ascension. And we are most joyous because it already has been created. And it is awaiting you.
Sounds good to me.
Indeed. Indeed.
Got another question?
That will do it for now.
That'll do.
Thank
for
you
now.
very much.
We love you most dearly. And
Another
especially
question?
your questions.
Okay, another question. Thank you.
Hello, Adama, again.
Welcome again, dear one.
Thank you. This is a question about the animal kingdom and the plant kingdom as well, and how can we assist them in their ascension process as well?
We wish for you to understand that our beloved animals are already well on their way to their ascension, dear one. Mm-hmm. And they are much more connected with their guidance and with their source, you see. Mm-hmm. That is why it is so easy for us to look at an animal and to be in absolute love with this animal. Why? Because this force, this source energy of this animal is so intense in this animal. Mm. And it is only covered by this shell of hair and eyes and ears. Mm. And so it is easy for us to connect to source whilst we are beholding our wonderful animal friends, you see. Mm. They are on their own ascension, and if you pay close attention to all the extinct species, they already did. They already ascended. Mm. Indeed. They are already all in Telos and in all the other worlds. So we are looking forward to welcome you in Telos, for example, and you can explore all the wonderful extinct animals already, because they are all already there.
Marvelous.
Indeed.
And what about the dolphin and the whale nation? They are tortured for quite a lot, and how could we assist them?
The first thing to understand with this particular circumstance of dolphins and whales that have agreed to be in that situation.
Yes.
What happens with humanity when, besides the perpetrators, are looking at this? What happens? A great door of compassion opens. Mm. All of a sudden, you are looking at something that is very unpleasant, and it opens your heart so wide as you see these precious animals suffering, as they have agreed to open that door for you, dear ones. This is the purpose of this handful of dolphins and whales. Unfortunately, it is more than that right now, but to cause for humanity to finally make this switch, you see. It is causing a contrast that humanity is pushing against. And so now it creates what? As it looks at this, what it does not want. It creates something it does want. It wants peace. It wants peace and the wonderful treatment of animals, yes?
Yes.
This is the first instinct and reaction that is caused inside a person looking at it. So this is the divine purpose of these particular animals that have agreed to that, you see.
So what you are saying is that they sacrificed. Some of them sacrifice themselves so humankind can open their heart.
Until finally the critical mass is reached in humanity to finally end it.
Okay.
And to make the choice for peace.
And I would like to come back as well to the body movements. In one of another sessions, I've been asking a question about the movements when we dance. And would you have any advice for people when they dance, so they can dance the dance of their soul, the dance of ascension? Would you have any advice?
One of the wonderful things is to perhaps visualize the energies around the dancing person swirling upward. It is the upward motion of the energies that is naturally caused by specific movements of dance, dear one. And we encourage you even more, by the way, to dance more.
Dance, 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 girl. Woo! Let's go for it.
Yes.
Get that energy rolling.
Indeed.
Yes. And would you have any advice, because I prepare myself to facilitate some workshops about the divine feminine and masculine, so no wonder Adama is part of it.
Indeed. We wish for you to also acknowledge the fact that Adama will complement you as the divine masculine energy for your workshops to create a divine balance for your workshop content.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. And would you have, at this moment in time, anything to say about this divine feminine and masculine that people at this moment in time need to hear?
What is taking place already for many that you might notice when you have the chance to look at pictures of people that you know that have been taken many years ago and now, that something has perhaps changed in the way they look. And you might notice already this balance, yes?
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
The divine feminine, of course, is going to be increased to catch up, to balance, but it will not overpower the masculine, no, indeed not, because now it is time for harmony and for balance of these two aspects, and allow the acknowledgement of that when you notice a behavior that might be not typical for you now, as you are perhaps a man and you now are acting a little bit more feminine. And that is the tool to allow for these energies to integrate properly, you see. And it is no matter of a woman being like a man or a man being like a woman. No, indeed. What happens is now the new humanity, the new man, the new mankind is being created, you see. And you are creating it, dear ones. You are creating it by allowing it, you see, and acknowledging it.
And so what about the recreational drugs? You see people drink a lot, smoke a lot, they eat sugar, cafe, a lot of meat as well, animals which have been really maltreated. Would you have an advice for them at this moment in
We
time?
wish for you, most of all, to listen to your body. There is no one answer to this, because you see, each individual is at a different stage in their ascension. And at times, your body might be ready to let go of meat, you see. Ultimately, of course, we wish to encourage to not to eat or drink any of these things, because it is not serving you anymore. It has lower energies and it's holding you back. It's another sandbag that you would add to your being, which is unnecessary. Yes, it does not serve you anymore. And so we allow for you, however, to go slow and to allow for your body to tell you, now I don't feel like doing this, or I don't feel like drinking or eating this. I think I want to eat more of this. Just listen here to your inner body. Your physical body right now is going through so much transformation that it needs to integrate so many things. And your cells, your DNA, everything is changing now and is being upgraded. And the most beneficial way for you is to be really gentle on your physical bodies and on your habits. Eventually, it will be all very easy to let go of everything that does not serve you anymore, dear ones. Indeed. We now have room for one more question.
I would like to question. On May 20th, 2012, there's going to be a solar eclipse over Mount Shasta. Is this a specific reason for that?
We wished for you to acknowledge yet again that Mount Shasta is the epicenter of the ascension, dear one. It is where all the intergalactic and co-creative energies are entering the Earth, you see, and entering the crystal grid. And it is a marker. It is a wonderful place to be at this time, dear one, as you can take most benefit of this event.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very
Indeed.
much. Well,
We are
Adama,
complete.
your hour is up, and we're here in joyous. Did he answer all your questions?
Yes, definitely, yes, thank you.
Yes. I love that. Yes. Well, that was Adama, and I hope that if you have questions, you saw Annette's email or phone number, that you can give her a call and ask Adama to give you some information about questions that you may have. So I really appreciate Annette for being here, and I thank all the volunteers that helped today, the camera crew and the back office, and the guests, all your beautiful questions that you had, because it was very important. Thank you. I know you two right there had just came here a month ago and looking for information, and today was a big day for you. So I'm going to wrap it up. This is Arthur with Aday in Telos, and we will see you next week, August 3rd.
Just after you.
Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you.